What happened, Danny? What's terrible?
Oh, that football game tomorrow. The weatherman says it's going to rain. What did you say, Tim?
Did I say anything?
Oh, I thought you said you were leaving.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Well, it's getting late, you know.
There's somebody at the door.
What?
The buzzer. Somebody's buzzing. Shall I open it myself?
Oh, you mean the buzzer. Oh, we have that trouble all the time. Short circuit.
The short circuit's banging on the door.
Okay, Wonton, open it up.
Hello.
Thanks, Wonton. You can go back to your ancestors now. Oh, my, what a pleasant little group. And you're just the man I want to see, Mr. Burnett.
Why, you got something on your mind, finally?
You bet I have. Danny ain't married to that there dame and never was. And you know something else? Them kids ain't kids at all.
What?
They're elves.
What do you think I am, a dumb cop? I've been after this guy for over a year. You think I'd let this little affair go on without investigating?
Why, Tim, you mean you knew about us all the time?
Why, of course I did. I went down to the city hall and looked through the records. And there it was, as big as life. Danny and Vivian Clark, married June the 28th, 1932.
What? What are you trying to hand me, Flatfoot?
And incidentally, Miss Secretary, while I was investigating, I came across a little item about something that happened in Chicago about 6 years ago.
I didn't have nothing to do with it. I just happened to be in the car with the guy sitting in front of the bank. You see, but
All right. You just go about your business, and I'll just go about mine. Good night, Joe. Twice.
Good night, you fathead.
Tim.
Yes, Danny.
Gee, I don't know what to say.
Oh, don't say anything. Just be sure to be down at the city hall tomorrow morning at 9. I talked to the clerk, and he'll be expecting you. Well, good night. Come on, Maggie.
Good night.
Oh, by the way, Danny, I'll be sending you a wedding present in the morning. 20 shares of fake gold mining stock.
All right, folks. All right. Who's next?
We are, clerk. We'd like to get married.
Very well, very well. Your name?
Danny Clark.
And yours, miss?
Vivian Clayton.
Where were you born, Mr. Clark?
Florence, Massachusetts.
Oh, uh-huh. You, Miss Clayton?
Middletown, Indiana.
Uh-huh.
Bobby broke the ink bottle. You pushed me. It was your fault.
Hey, you kids, get out of here. This is the marriage license
Oh,
bureau.
just a minute, clerk. Those children are with us.
What?
Yeah, those kids are ours.
Yours? Well, for heaven's sake, what are we waiting for? You take this woman for your lawful wedded wife?
Yeah.
You take this man for your lawful wedded husband?
Yes.
With the powers invested in me under the laws of the state, Section 448, Article 392, I pronounce you man and wife. Goodness.
Thank you, Errol Flynn, Nan Gray, Alan Hale, and Jane Wyman. That was a splendid performance. And thanks to Sam Perrin for his radio adaptation.
Oh, say, Errol, could I ask you a question?
Oh, a quiz, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a slicker for a sticker.
Fancy stuff. Well, Errol, I understand you're an expert swordsman. Is that true?
Oh, far be it from me, but I am a fool for a Jew.
Well, Errol, would you give me some lessons in swordsmanship?
Sure. Suppose we say tomorrow.
Oh, great. In my backyard, you bring the swords.
Okay. You bring the first aid kit.
Swell. hey, the what?
The first aid kit.
Oh, that's what I thought you said. Well, look, Errol, I just remembered I'm going to be busy tomorrow. I got to tell some people the fable about the stable.
The fable about what stable?
Well, you heard about the man who put a big shiny padlock on the barn door after the horse was stolen. And, that same fellow would probably wait until after his automobile refused to start to put in winter-grade Gulf Pride motor oil. Well, believe me, it's a lot easier to make that oil change right now before you get caught with a lot of trouble and perhaps a big garage bill. So why not drive around tomorrow to your neighborhood Good Gulf dealers? He'll help prepare your car so that it starts easily no matter how cold the weather gets, because he'll fill the crankcase with Gulf Pride, the motor oil that flows freely even at below zero temperatures. And the same Gulf Pride motor oil will protect your motor after it's warmed up. So don't delay. Change to winter-grade motor oil right away, and be sure it's winter-grade Gulf Pride motor oil. Then you and your faithful car can really laugh at winter.
And now, folks, a word about next week's Gulf Theater production. You'll hear Marlena Dietrich and Fred McMurray in Desire, one of the most exciting love stories ever told. A story packed with thrills and adventure. Marlena plays the part of a fascinating jewel thief, and Fred McMurray, well, he's just a guy from Detroit. And what a guy. He takes one look at Marlena, and what do you think he says? Bud, what do you think he says? That's exactly what he says. So be sure to hear Marlena Dietrich and Fred McMurray in the motion picture success Desire. Remember, only the Gulf Theater brings you all your favorite stars, because the Gulf Theater is the star's own theater. The motion picture people donate their talents to the Gulf Theater so that in return, Gulf can contribute generously to the Motion Picture Relief Fund, which is building a home to take care of the less fortunate members of the entire motion picture industry.
Remember, folks, listen to the Gulf Theater next week and hear Marlena Dietrich and Fred McMurray in the comedy romance Desire. Errol Flynn and Alan Hale are now shooting Footsteps in the Dark at Warner Brothers. Nan Gray can now be seen in Universal's A Little Bit of Heaven. Jane Wyman's latest for Warner Brothers Studios is Tugboat Anna. This is the Columbia Broadcasting